Rod, thank you for being with us today. When you look at Aaron Rodgers, is he to blame for the Packers' struggles this season?
He's partial to blame. I mean, quarterbacks they get too much credit when you win, and they get way too much blame when they lose. And you look at Aaron Rodgers and what he's done for this franchise since he's been there. This guy's going to be in Canton once he's done. And has he had a great year this year? No. You know, we talked about that 3rd and 1 throw a couple weeks ago. He had that 2nd and 1 throw. He threw the ball in the dirt again, and he missed Davante Adams in the end zone again. But it's not him. That defense is not great. And the same thing that kind of, it's kind of like Big Ben. The same thing I love about Big Ben is I hate about him. The same thing I love about Aaron Rodgers, I hate about him because he's always trying to make the big play. He's always trying to make that splash play. So he holds on to the ball a lot more than normal. Then when he was younger, he can get away. And he did get away. But everything that you think about with the Green Bay Packers and their success is because of number 12. When number 12's not playing, this football team is not even close to being any good. At least, and they're competitive this year, even though they don't have a winning record. I think the most of the blame goes to the head coach, Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, this has to be a choice to me. Is it Mike McCarthy or Aaron Rodgers? Where are you going to go with this? Because, I look at the history of them playing. The system hasn't really changed. Nope. It hasn't changed. But Aaron Rodgers made that system work. Well, the system's not working now. Even though Aaron Rodgers still has some great games, he has some tremendous throws in and out of the pocket that we see no other quarterback in the National Football League can make. It's the one common denominator is the head coach. And he's supposed to be this offensive genius, and I just don't see it. And I think they have to make a decision. Is it going to be Aaron Rodgers, which I would stay with Aaron Rodgers because this guy is an elite quarterback comparable to the head coach.
I agree with everything you just said. I think Mike McCarthy is gone at the end of the season. Skip, I just believe Aaron Rodgers has lost confidence in Mike McCarthy, and he has not evolved. Because you look at Andy Reid has evolved. Andy Reid is not calling the same plays in Kansas City as he called in Philly because it's a time of the change. It's more open set. It's get the ball out quick. And sometimes Aaron, because he wants to get the ball out so quick, he's throwing off that back foot, the ball nosedive, and it goes into the turf. Because Aaron can't rely on his defense, Skip, he doesn't have a defense that takes the ball away. He doesn't have a defense that's stout and can stop people. See, I'm not so – would it have made a difference if he makes that throw to Davante Adams and makes it a 3-point ball game? No, because guess what? They couldn't get the ball back for him anyway. Minnesota got 2 first downs and ran the clock out.
Maybe the momentum would have been different.
How?
It's a 3-point game.
3, 7, doesn't matter. Because if he gets the ball back, guess what?
It was like a win for Minnesota that they kept him out of the end zone.
No, but what they got to do for Green Bay's defense?
I don't know. Maybe it fires them up. Maybe they make a play.
Exactly, and they didn't. See? That's what. Thank you for making my point for me. Skip, I know we're great. We're great. We're great duo together, Skip. Look, Aaron has 20 touchdowns and 1 interception. But it doesn't feel like he's had that type of season. It doesn't feel like the seasons that we've seen from Aaron Rodgers in the past, where he's been spectacular basically for games. Now this year we've seen him great in stretches, and he can't. And his stretches of being great can't overcome the inconsistent and inadequate play from his defense, and that's the difference in the ball game. Skip, there have been now if he's not 300 plus and 3-4 touchdowns, they don't win, and that's a shame. That's a lot of pressure, even on someone making that kind of money. To have to be that great all the time. And even the guy that you said the great can't be great all the time. Tom Brady, he can't be great all the time. And sometimes you need your defense to bail you out. Well, Aaron Rodgers, bro, I hate to tell you, in over the last 3-4 years, your defense hasn't and won't bail you out. But I believe Mike McCarthy's gone. Aaron Rodgers going to get a new coach in there and watch him take off.
So the only thing I agree with both of you on is Mike McCarthy is out. He is dead in the water. The GOAT, as you call Aaron Rodgers, needs a scapegoat, and Mike McCarthy is going to be the scapegoat. And there was one point last night where Mike McCarthy is not in the best shape in the world. He was upset about the clock had started too quickly.
Turn red, about to pass out.
I thought he was about to blow a gasket, man. I mean, he just
started hyperventilating.
Right? Look worse than Urban Meyer does occasionally on the side. So he probably needs a change of scenery. He needs to go somewhere else. But by the way, there were years when I would talk to people around the league. I'm going back 6, 7, 8 years ago, and Mike McCarthy was regarded as one of the top play callers in the business. Okay, has he lost his fastball, lost his way? Does he depend too much on Aaron's arm as opposed to creativity and game planning? Does he just say he can pull off anything at any point? Maybe he does. But to me, again, he has set the bar the highest you can set it because he says this is the greatest quarterback in the history of football, the greatest thrower of the football. So I'm putting my bar way up here, and he's way down here this year in his performance. By his standards, he's had a miserable year, and by his standards, he had a miserable game last night. And again, it comes down to those clutch plays, those clutch throws, where if you make those, I don't know, maybe it's a different story. If you'd made the one throw at Seattle, maybe it's a different story. And to your point, he goes wild low and then wild high. Throws it in the dirt. I don't know what's going on with him. He's looking to me, and I know this is blasphemous to say, he's just looking a little gun shy to me. And I know he didn't have Bakhtiari for much of the second half, his left tackle, but he's starting to look like he's losing a little nerve and a little stomach for just standing in there and facing the rush and taking a shot and delivering the football. And again, he used to try to make splash plays, but this year he's not trying to make splash. He's going to shatter his all-time record for just throwing the football away. Is it to avoid sacks or to avoid interceptions? I don't know, but he just throws it away. He's got the quickest trigger now, and even when somebody's open, he's feeling it, he's seeing it, he's feeling the rush, seeing ghosts, and it's quick trigger. And it's off the left foot, it's off the back foot, he's falling back. The footwork is horrendously bad. Maybe because the knee never came back right. Maybe because he doesn't trust his legs to get him out of harm's way anymore. And I just don't. Nobody loves to get beat up in the pocket, but especially him. He makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of money from State Farm commercials.
Stop talking about that.
He does. He needs to fire his agent. That guy's a bad agent. That Gabriel, he's terrible.
But especially taking a bad dump in his bathroom and messing it all up.
Yeah, but here's the thing. And to Rob's point is that he's still holding the ball. So he's still trying to get those big plays down the field.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's holding the ball. I just feel like he's flinching.
I mean, he's getting sacked at a very high rate this year. He is taking a lot of hits. He's done that the last several years. Now, if you think about the Green Bay Packers and when they've been good, they've got a running game. Think about all the running backs that come through there when they're winning football games and winning Super Bowls. They haven't had a running game, and I can't remember.
Listen,
I can't remember the last time they've had a running game.
When Aaron Jones gets rolling, man, he runs through brick walls. I thought early they had him going. I know, I got it. But early last night, I was thinking, boy, he runs hard. He was carrying people with him.
And as bad as we want to talk about Aaron Rodgers, let's just give Mr. Cousins some credit, because I've been very critical of Cousins, saying that he's not that guy. Listen, throw him for 300. They brought him here for one reason, because they said he was the missing link for this football team to get them over the hump to win games like this. Because I've always said he's never won like a critical game for the Washington Redskins. He didn't do it for any team he's played for. And now he comes in last night and he looked like Aaron Rodgers. He was throwing that ball he threw to Thielen was one of the best throws I've seen him make all year long.
Are you sure? It wasn't just a terrible idea? He throws it to double cover.
Oh, no, the best one, the one I saw up there second week. When he dumped, Skip, you remember he dropped it in there against two guys?
But somebody in goal should have caught that ball.
But no. So don't you always hear say, that's a 50-50 ball? Well, he believes in Thielen. He believes in Diggs. He believes in Rudolph. He believes in all his guys that they're going to, when he throws a ball up there, they're going to make a play, not the DB.
I know, but who believes in Thielen is Thielen. I mean, he's unbelievable. He just goes, it's going to be his football.
But you have to give him credit for what he did last night, because he took this. Now, the defense is getting a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, Griffin and Hunter, they're getting after quarterbacks.
I mean, it was
Joseph and Sheldon Richardson all of a sudden.
There's no, and Barr came back. Yeah. So is it any different than it was last year when it was the #1 defense?
Well, remember, Skip, they got torched. We saw them on, what was that, Monday night against the Rams, and they're giving up big plays. And like, what happened to that defense? They gave up big plays again. And so now they're starting to creep back on third down. They're getting you off the field. They're keeping teams out of the end zone. Now, can Kirk do what they asked him to do, what they gave him $84 million guaranteed for games like this, to go head-to-head with Rodgers and to win, to go head-to-head with Brady and to win. In order for them to get to where they want to go, Skip, that's what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to outgun a Jared Goff. He's going to have to outgun some of these big-name quarterbacks.
He's going to have to outgun Russell Wilson in Seattle.
All right, he do.
Right?
He should be.
And then next up is that guy up in Foxborough. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know that guy's
That
name.
guy up in
Everybody,
Foxborough.
who's that?
Yeah.
They're gonna be
guy who
cut.
should retire.
Come on, Ray Hunter.
Yeah.
I think I'm like in Minnesota.
Are you?
Yeah, I think I'm like
Really? Interesting.
Oh,
I
Vikings.
agree with
Purple
you,
sheep
Shannon.
leaders are back.
The Vikings
So-
in the cold, Skip.
Check down. Kirk is now 20th in the NFL in yards per attempt. It's the lowest yards per attempt of his career because he just checks it down like crazy.
He's taking what the defense gives
Throw it
him.
underneath the Thielen. Throw it underneath
Smart.
Diggs.
Who
Let
throws-
them run with
Rod,
it.
who
Let
throws
them
the ball
run.
to the running back more than Tom Brady?
I
Nobody.
don't think anybody.
Yeah.
James White is not a running back.
What is he?
He's another receiver.
No, he's a running
actually
back.
his best.
He's a running back. He ain't going downfield running
Yeah,
no
he is.
curls.
At least the Vikings finally found a way to win a night game, guys, this season. It had been a struggle. So I'm
Thanks
going
to Aaron
to end
Rodgers.
with that.
Yeah.